Cypher. Cypher.
We wanted to introduce our partners here in Nicaragua from Finca Miris. This is Erwin, and we wanted to have a discussion today about the traceability in coffee, which is we think is super important. And we were just having a discussion, and we thought that. To make a quick video for you guys to understand how, from the producer's perspective, what are the steps that they take in order for them to do the to have certain procedures done in order to ensure traceability in relation to the lots and in relation to the producers themselves.
So right now we're located in our dry mill, Beneficio Don Esteban. So this is actually, we're at reception. This is where the entire process for our dry mill starts. So the first step is to actually weigh the coffee. It's very important that we give the producers and also our farms the knowledge of how much is actually coming in. This is also where we take out a sample to do a physical analysis. Yeah. You have to see how many unripe beans are there, how many beans might be over fermented. So we can also give feedback back to our farms, back to our farm managers, because you always want to be improving constantly. Nothing is ever done perfectly, so we understand that. And then after that, one key thing is this is where traceability starts for us. Mm-hmm. You basically want to be able to provide all the information to our buyers, variety, when the coffee was picked, the processing, what the farm is coming to. So then this is when we issue this kind of like little birth certificate.
So just for people to see.
So we get the coffee, and then this is going to be a document that's going to be following the coffee all the way from our patios, our drying, all the way to the dry mill. So each coffee is going to get a particular and unique lot number. No other coffee that's picked is going to have that lot number this year. And this lot number is going to allow me to be able to find the coffee if it's in the patios or in the dry bins, if it's in the warehouse. And then
so it's like a code that follows that specific lot all across the production line.
Exactly. And then it includes here the farm name, the variety, the weight, like I was mentioning, the processing, and you even have the date that the coffee was picked. This was actually picked the 14th of January this year. We also take humidity readings, and then this is important for traceability. We actually have the plot name. So in La Huella, it's separated by different plots.
So first you have the farm, and within the farm you have the plot name within the farm itself.
So that's the specific area where this variety is grown at. So then if you were to buy this coffee, I can look in my system, it's lot number 3110. Mm-hmm. And then when we go to the farm, I can look and be like, oh, this is Chilamate. Mm-hmm. And I can actually take you to the actual spot where the coffee is grown.
That's brilliant. And in terms of once the buyers at the countries of, the receiving countries, they receive the coffee, the code that you sent the sample with basically is referenced back to this.
Okay. And if you notice, I also send you like a traceability report, and that usually includes the lot number. So this is what that is referring to.
Perfect.
So then if you're like, I really liked this coffee, and then I can go back and look at the lot number, and that's going to allow me to also have our repeatability. It's also important to be able to be consistent with what you're producing. Okay. It's not really sustainable if only you produce it good 1 year, and then it's not as good as the other year. So you always want to be able to provide your clients with a stable product and a certain amount of quality that they're expecting.
Erwin, going back to the time, so when the farmer receives the coffee, when you receive the coffee from the farmer, you receive it in parchment? or you?
It's going to depend on the processing. It can be wet parchment, it can be whole cherry, or even like pulled coffee for honeys.
Okay.
It all depends on how we want to process it and dry it, or how the producer that uses our dry mill wants to process the coffee. But usually it's going to be all wet coffee, meaning that it hasn't been dried at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for this.
No, thank you.
We just wanted to highlight it to our viewers on the channel that we wanted to highlight the concept of traceability and what are the necessary steps that are taken by producers such as yourselves here at Finca Mirits in Nicaragua. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys learned from it. Thank you, everyone.
Cypher.